Buongiorno. Let me show you how I make these caramelized little onion puffs that are so good and so easy. You'll love them, and they're perfect for this time of year if you're looking for like a little nibble to add to maybe like a dinner table or something like that. And they're actually quite easy. It starts off with one big giant onion. Now this batch makes about 9 or 10. It really just depends on the size of your little cookie cutter that you're using to cut these out. So for one sheet of just standard puff pastry, I just use one large yellow onion, and like I said, I made around 10, and I went ahead and sliced it nice and thin, and then I just sauteed that with a little bit of butter until it just became like really deeply caramelized and like, you know, like a deeply caramelized onion. Halfway through, I went ahead and seasoned it with some salt and pepper, and then I just continued to cook it until they got all soft and tender. And once they were there, I went ahead and just set them aside and let them cool so that then I could work on the puff pastry. Through the puff pastry, I just laid that out on a lightly floured surface. Like I said, this is just using one standard sheet of frozen puff pastry, and I went ahead and I didn't even roll it out because you don't want this to be thin. I just literally went once and twice over top just to make it a little bit more pliable, but you don't want to roll this out any thinner than it already is. Now I have two round cookie cutters here. You can see one's a little bit smaller than the other. The bigger one has these really pretty crimped edges. This is just for aesthetic purposes, okay? You can just omit all this and cut them into little squares and it'll be fine. But you do need to, so you see I take the smaller one and I press it in, but I don't go all the way through. And the reason why I do that is because that is going to keep the sort of edges puffed up so that it becomes like a little vessel, and then the bottom, it'll be easy for us to deflate once they puff up in the oven. So I went ahead and just pierced it a few times with the fork, and then I placed them on a parchment paper lined baking sheet, and I brushed each one of them with a little egg wash, which is just one egg beaten with like a tablespoon of milk or water. And once they were there, I went ahead and popped them into the freezer for 10 minutes, and then I popped that into the oven for 10 minutes. And while they were in the oven for the first initial 10 minutes, I took my Boursin out. This is a cheese I'm using. You can also use goat cheese. Any kind of creamy cheese like this is really perfect, but the caramelized onion Boursin is really perfect for this. And then I just took a few cubes of some white sharp cheddar and I cut them into small pieces, and I set those all aside. Once the puff pastry had 10 minutes in the oven, you can see how they puff up, but because we pierced the center with a fork, it makes it really easy to push the center back down without the entire thing collapsing, because you're looking for a vessel. And also if you use like a little shot glass or something like that, it helps push down that center once again. But a fork and just a fork also works. You see how the sides stay up and the center just collapses really easily? That's why we pierce it. That's why we do all that. Once you have them all prepped, take a little bit of that Boursin cheese, place it in the center, and then once you have them all filled, you're going to take a little of that caramelized onion mixture, place that all in on top of the Boursin, and then go ahead and top them with a little bit of thyme, because thyme and caramelized onions go so well together. I also want to remind you, these kinds of videos are always in addition to my regular content, not in place of. And the reason you don't see me in them is that in order for me to film so many of them to share with you, I'm the one filming them by myself. So I do the best I can, but just know that they are just in addition to my regular content. It's just to give you so much inspiration for cooking and different ideas, and to help you fall in love with your kitchen. Top it with a little bit of that cheddar and back into the oven for 10 more minutes, or until they look like this. That cheddar will be very lightly browned, and it'll be gooey, and they'll be golden brown, puffed up, and absolutely perfect and divine. I will list the recipe for you in the description down below. They are so easy. You will love them. And I think they're also really beautiful. Hope you enjoy.